In this lecture, we will look at writing the function that will create and set up the color palette of our toolbar. We will call our function createTurtle and setColor. According to PEP standards, the Python style guide, the words in the function should be all lowercase and separated by underscores for readability. Next comes the docstring or triple quoted string describing what the function does. Remember those global variables we defined a few lectures ago? We will use the global keyword to tell Python all of those which we are going to modify in this function. Next, we will create a turtle object local to this function. This is a completely different object than the global turtle that we used to create our toolbar, since we are defining it inside of a function, and its scope is limited to code within that function. Each color will be set to the color passed into this function's color parameter, and will be a square of the specified color. Let's lift the turtle up as we don't want our color palette objects to draw to the screen. Next, we will have a block of conditional statements that check which color was passed into the function, and then positions the palette object in its proper position on the palette. We will also set the color's global turtle object to the local t value we defined, saving it so that the global turtle is now associated with the palette objects we are creating. If the color is red, we will move it forward 375 pixels, turning the turtle left 90 degrees so that it faces up. We will then move it forward 275 pixels, so essentially we have added 375 to its x position and 275 to its y position. We will then set the red turtle object equal to the local turtle t, so that it is able to be used throughout the rest of the program. The rest of the colors will follow suit. For each color we will modify the x positions, adding either 375 or 425 pixels to them, depending if it is lined up on the left or right hand side of the palette. We will put two colors at the same y position so that they are side by side, and then place the next pair 50 pixels underneath them. I will speed up the video while I type in the rest of the code using the pattern I just described. Feel free to slow down the video and pause it as you type in the code while following this tutorial. You can also look in the project files provided in this course and find the finished version of this project, and then you could copy and paste the code from there. Once we finish typing in this block of code, we will call the function once for each color. Note that the calls to this function need to be unindented in the program so as not to be considered part of the function. We will pass in the turtle for the palette objects as the first argument, and then the color as the second argument. Once we save the program and run the code, we should see that our palette is set up and that the colors all move into their respective places on the toolbar.